So Glenn's having a moment. And this is the huge shift he's going through. The word shift apparently made the rounds. A huge shift that forced Glenn to see everything differently. It's our moment. Glenn's having a moment, everyone. Here it is. Glenn took a giant shift all over himself, all over his desk and his nice hardware. I mean, look at this. He's got a big Sonic drink here. Look at this. Look at this giant Sonic beverage. What? I don't know. He's wearing a CR something. Is that a little tiny T? He's taken out one of his earbuds so that he can sing harmony. He's got an Elgato Stream Deck, a big one. Look at that. Take note, Greg Kelly. Glasses, gear, everything. But this is the end, folks. Hunker down. Get ready. It's time for the nightmare. This is the huge shift that Glenn is full of shift tonight.
It's a weird place.
That in your head, in between your ears? Yes, it is.
That some of these things that we thought were not going to happen. Let me give you this.
You mean that you were wrong about?
If I would have said to you that Joe Biden is going to tell China, you better not fill in the blank. You will receive significant consequences. Would you have said a year ago that he's the guy to do that? That he would ever do that?
No. No, of course not. He's weak and doddering and also a master criminal who runs the world's biggest criminal organization, but also he can't finish a sentence. And he obviously is failing right before our very eyes, but also the Godfather.
If I told you that he was going to do that while we were being on the edge of a war with Russia, do you think you would have believed?
I got to go out on a limb, Glenn. Would I? Yeah, probably. Like if they needed it, yeah. If it was necessary, yeah.
No, I mean, even just look at his actions in Afghanistan.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Afghanistan. You know where 20 years we were there and now we're out. Does that seem like a guy who's decisive?
Right,
right,
okay,
right,
different,
right.
But you're not even going
right.
You're not even going back to the...
No, yeah. I mean, to actually going back to when it wasn't his decision.
To the inauguration.
No.
If I would have told you we were going to be possibly on the edge of war with Russia, would you have believed that?
Well, no, because we didn't take any of the actions that caused this. Russia did.
No. I want to...
All right, this is the weirdest Trivial Pursuit game that they've ever played. What's your fucking point?
Avoid it, especially with these people in control of what's going on.
If I said that the Russians, we would be on the edge of World War III.
No, we're in World War III. It's a cyber war. It's been going on for a long time. This would be technically World War 3.5 beta or 4.0 1.5.
And that the country that it was going to all come down to was Ukraine, and Russia was going to say that we're developing nuclear weapons with Ukraine, and they're broadcasting it to all of their country. Would you?
Glenn, Stu doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't either, but I normally don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No one does. But Stu is supposed to be on the team. He doesn't know where you're going with this. Can you pass him a note or something that gives him some sort of a clue? This is distressing for him. I can tell. He's starting to stressy.
Believe that. Would you have believed if I...
Oh, my God. Get over yourself. What?
Said, oh, by the way, India is going to start to part ways with us and start to chum up with China, and they will be one of the first in the world to drop the U.S. dollar as the petrodollar.
I mean, you want to talk about something we 100% know would not have occurred with Donald Trump as president.
Okay. he'll get to this never would have happened. Hold on. You do know India's in a constant war with China, right? So give me 1 second.
It's that. More than any of this other stuff, Modi loved Trump. Modi loved Trump more than Melania does.
Yeah, that's not saying much.
There's no way he would be doing that in this situation.
If I told you...
Well, that's because he would have sided with China and we wouldn't have reinstituted the Quad. Also, where is the India? I'll have to check on where he's relating to, because China has tried to reach out with India again because they have a bloody war going on, like the fistfight wars that are happening in the disputed territories in Tibet.
That Putin, his mouthpiece, said there needs to be reparations from the U.S. over sanctions, and those reparations would include not only all of Alaska, but also that they were claiming...
It wasn't a spokesperson. That was a like a news person on RT, I thought.
All of the Arctic and Fort Ross, California.
I would say that one I wouldn't even believe just before you said it. What do you mean they're claiming Fort Ross?
Fort Ross, California. It's a small area in Sonoma County. It was of the Russian Empire's southernmost outpost in North America. It was sold off in 1841. They're claiming they deserve it back.
I gotta say, didn't know that.
Didn't know that. Wouldn't have. No way any of this is possible.
Yeah, because you were under the impression that Vladimir Putin was sane and savvy, and that if Trump likes him, he must be awesome.
None of it.
Doesn't seem possible.
How about we're up against a war, and the guy who said the next war will be fought with ones and zeros, who is also partnered now with China, who has literally a skyscraper full of people whose only job is to hack into our systems here in the United States. If I told you we were on the edge of war and no one had hacked into our systems to shut things down, but Anonymous has hacked into the Russian, Ukrainian held by the Russians power plant. Okay.
Yeah, that's not weird at all. I would suggest, Glenn, that a lot of this is fantasy fart air in your empty skull, or a conflation of seriousness with inseriousness, and that Anonymous is a real existing thing, and this magical tower full of hackers to destroy us doesn't exist. It's also a fabrication.
How many things do we have to say that you wouldn't have believed a year ago before you start to say, I can't say that will never happen?
Gravity inverting. Just saying. Also, the levitating skateboard that Marty McFly uses in Back to the Future 2. No, if that existed, there would be no other problems in the world. They would have beat gravity, so that's just silly. I mean, I wish it was awesome. I wish it was possible because it'd be completely awesome, but, because it would be frictionless travel. You wouldn't even need, tires, gone. There's one petroleum thing that's just gone forever. Anyways.
I'm not asking you to believe anything. I'm just asking you to think differently.
Yes. The thing that changed Glenn Beck, the huge shift, the giant shift that Glenn Beck took was when he remembered the old Apple billboards from 1998.
Forget even the last month. Just the COVID experience has convinced me now that you just can't rule things out.
Yeah, you can't rule things out. Aliens. The Earth is hollow. Haven't you watched any of those stuff on Agartha? There's a hole down there. Admiral Byrd found it. It's full of that's where the lost world is. It's full of dinosaurs. I mean, come on.
Completely rule
We
things
were
out. You can play probabilities still and still be right, being skeptical of the worst case scenarios often. But you can't rule things out.
No, you can't.
After going through that, I don't think I'll ever do it
So
again.
on COVID,
Yes, a global pandemic that a lot of people went, we got to watch out for a global pandemic, because Trump was like, what global pandemic? It shuts down the pandemic response team. These guys are like, I would have never thought something like that could have happened, just because everybody was expecting it.
in that January before it hit here, don't fear the virus, fear the economic consequences that are going to come from it. And at that time, I said, look at, they're locking people into their houses. Quote, that would never happen here.
Right. We didn't lock people into their houses here. We didn't.
Right?
Right?
It did.
No, it didn't. The Chinese literally welded people into their apartments. People were not forcibly locked in their apartments. They were not. We all stayed in voluntarily.
It did.
It did not. What the fuck? The more you say it, does not make it true. Don't move on. Wait.
Here's one thing that
Here's one thing. This. Fuck you. People weren't locked. No one was welded into their goddamn apartment.
share with you.
All right. Here's it. Oh, God. I'm going to fling my poo like an ape at this point. I'm losing it.
That is a massive change in me.
Uh-oh. You know, I hear he's mellowed out a lot since he came out of the closet.
Massive change. For 20 years, I've been trying to put a puzzle together
Without any of the pieces.
even knowing what the puzzle pieces were.
Yes, I know. I've seen your show.
I remember when I first started this, I put up on my chalkboard in my office.
Great. You have chalkboards everywhere. I pity your staff.
Okay, what are the things that if you were going to have a revolution, you would need to have?
Okay, a pocket knife, a wrist rocket, walkie-talkies, 19 giant tubs of pancake batter. Call Jim Baker or Alex Jones. Muscles. Nah, fuck that. Scratch.
You'd need to have control of the financial sector. You'd need to have control of the schools. You'd need to have control of...
No, you wouldn't. That's not how a revolution works. You're trying to seize control of those things, but you wouldn't need them for the revolution.
Of the police force, the army. I had like 12 or 15 items up on the
Yeah. And still.
board, and most of them, I thought, not going to happen.
Yes. Not going to happen.
They have all happened now.
I mean, in China, but still.
But I've looked at all of
Thanks,
those
Jerry.
things, and I've tried to piece the
Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show in any way you can. And if you can't, just watch.
puzzles together. I mean, you've watched me do it for
Yeah, we've watched you flail around like an asshole trying to make a puzzle out of something that was a perfectly good picture by cutting it into pieces and then trying to reform it into nonsense.
years. Okay, the Tides Foundation, but who's really behind the Tides Foundation, and how does that work?
And that never turned into shit either.
And oh my gosh, George Soros? We keep finding him here. Here's Hillary Clinton, but what does that mean?
Yeah, how does it all come together? And now I've figured out how it all goes together. And that's why, Alex, come on in.
How is the Weather Underground involved again? What happened there?
Nothing.
And we would find the same people over and over again.
Illuminati.
I continued to do that.
I continued to do that.
About 3 years ago, I put together a chalkboard and I said,
Another chalkboard? 20 years ago, you had a chalkboard? 3 years ago, you had to update the chalkboard. Things move too fast in Glenn Beck world.
I can't tell you how and in what order these are going to happen.
Because they are things.
But these are the 8 steps that lead to the end of the chapter of America and the beginning of a new chapter of what will be called America.
Fuck you. It won't be America, but it'll look like and feel like America, and you'll think you're in America, but it's not America anymore because there's things in it that we didn't used to have in America, and now it's still America, but we have those things, and that's what makes it not America. You know what I mean? Like, women are working. Do you understand? This is black people at Yale. This is America.
And the last thing on it
thanks, Lizzie.
was the trust implosion.
Have people stopped trusting you, Glenn? I can't. Thank you, Misty Q. I can't imagine why.
Where we will believe nothing.
It's not like you've worked towards that your entire fucking career.
No one.
No one. I trust a lot of things, actually. My trust is pretty solid. It's actually getting better every day.
Be believable. And there'll be a trust implosion. And that's when the real trouble begins, because all of the big players begin to unite, and our enemies across the sea see us as weak, and they begin to unite.
Yeah, they begin to knight each other.
And I said at the time, then a war will come.
A war will come. Wars and rumors of wars and whispers of wars and thoughts of war and scribbles of wars. A chalkboard of war.
Because war always comes in these times, because it's the easiest way to reset everything without everyone going crazy.
Too late. Glenn, you have a head start on crazy. So, and by the way, it's at this point that if they cut to Stu, he would still have that confused look on his face. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, you do it in peacetime, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do it when things are peaceful. You know what I mean? You got to change stuff when things are already changing. Like, it's sort of like Bob Dylan, you thought that was a song. That's an attack plan.
You need a crisis, and a war is the only thing that can go on and on and on.
Well, no, I mean, obviously, I thought the pandemic was going to go on and on and on, and masks would be forever. I mean, we're not wearing them right now, but still.
That by the
Leslie,
time you're done with it, you don't even remember who you were.
I don't. I mean, I don't remember who I was at the beginning of this video, Glenn. I'm so fucking confused. I think I'm Stu. If I was any more confused, I'd work for you.
You just are glad that it's no longer happening.
Oh, God. These guys. It never ends. It's just... I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He lost me at chalkboard. And look at his face right now. This is the face of a man who knows the truth. I'm gonna die. I can't laugh too loud. Everybody's sleeping. Hold on, I need something to drink. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, God, the end times are here. I'm going to die laughing at this is a great way to go out. Okay. Okay.
Something has changed in me in the last 2 weeks.
I'm starting to understand. I mean, I don't know what it was. It was insomnia the other night, and I found myself binging RuPaul's Drag Race, and something came over me.
And that is this.
What?
I'm no longer looking for I'm no longer driven to look for the pieces other than the pieces of timing.
Oh, God. What the fuck? Oh, God. The pieces of timing. Shut the fuck up.
Since I started doing the research for the book, The Great Reset.
Oh, God. Which is not selling well.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That has everything in it you need.
Yeah, yeah. It's double ply. It's very absorbent.
That is the story. That is how it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's how it is. By the way, this video that I'm using just on YouTube, I don't know what he has on his Rumble, has 55,000 views and 740,000 subscribers. So like and subscribe, give a thumbs up, and share this with your friends, because there's no way I'm going to catch up with these assholes and the money they have for this kind of production without your help. Good Lord, Great Reset.
Period. It is.
Yeah, tell me, I wrote the book. I mean, it's got a D. Thank you so much. I mean, have you not? Buy the book, for fuck's sake.
I don't know what's going to...
Oh, eat me. And oh, God.
First, I don't know how they're going to deal with it, et cetera, but...
I don't know. I know the stuff's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's on God's time.
I'm no longer looking for instance, tonight's show on BLM. Why would I do BLM now?
I know. It's like you're fucking boring. You know what I mean? Like, why would that be? Let's see. Because you're a racist? That could be a reason. Maybe that's a reason.
Why am I exposing BLM?
You're not.
You will understand BLM and what it was really about, and you will see it through the eyes of the Great Reset for the first time. And
if you buy the book, if you watch our special on Glenn TV, where I'm dressed as Professor KFC.
Everything makes sense.
No, it does not.
Every bit of that makes sense.
No, it does not.
It is remarkable. And
well, you're just because you're making remarks about it doesn't make it remarkable.
The way, who's coming in to clean up BLM? Do you know they don't even have an office?
It's crazy. You mean they don't have an office for the concept of Black Lives Matter? You mean the organization, which is not the same as the sentiment, you fucking tool.
We don't know how much money they even really...
I don't care.
Made?
I got news for you. If I found out the Red Cross was completely corrupt tomorrow, I would still learn CPR, you dipshit.
Nobody really has a handle on that.
I got a handle on it. Want to see?
Everything's sketchy. We don't know who's even running it.
No, I don't know where they went. I mean, it's hard to even get one of the people who run it to admit that Black Lives Matter at this point. It's crazy. But what's the timing, Glenn?
We know that they have at least $90 million.
Uh-huh. Dude, you have $90 million.
Who's even running it?
I don't even know who's running this. Not only do I not know who's running the Blaze, but your staff is like, who are we following here? What the fuck is happening?
It's a fascinating story, but we do know who's coming in to clean it up.
Uh-oh.
Mark Elias.
Well, there you go. I mean, Mark Elias. Russia, Ukraine, nukes, windmills, Davos, Agenda 21, Jade Helm, the mammoth carcass found in the Antarctic, Mark Elias. It all comes together. It's all going according to plan.
Know who he is?
I don't care.
He's the guy who oversaw the Steele dossier.
Oh, that guy. Right. He oversaw it with everybody else that oversaw it.
He's the guy who was the Clinton conduit that did all of that.
Oh, after the Washington Free Beacon paid for it, you mean?
He's the guy who went into every blue state and said, change the election law. Let's get these Facebook things into your town.
Yes, that's what he said. Let's change the election laws. Let's get these Facebook things into your town.
That guy.
That guy, the guy who got the Facebook things into my town. You mean those little like iPad-ish kind of things that sit there that you can look at that follow you around the room? Those things are fucking creepy.
Plus another Clinton advisor. Wait until you see this tonight.
Crazy. I'll wait till you see my special. It's almost as if I create bizarre paranoia just to get people to watch my bullshit specials about more fomented paranoia. It's almost like my shows are the equivalent of Alex Jones's fucking batter tubs.
Your mind. Anyway.
No, it won't. It won't blow your mind. I'm sorry. I don't want to. Spoiler alert. It will bore and annoy you like all of his other bullshit. Glenn Beck's specials make make Mike Lindell's docu-movies look like Michael Moore films.
The thing that has changed in me
is your cholesterol. No, it's not your cholesterol.
Is I'm no longer driven, and believe me, it's not something I can stop.
To wash your hands after you use the restroom.
I'm not driven to...
Right, I can tell that. To go to the you're not driven to go to the gym or eat right.
Figure it out anymore.
No, I don't want to figure it out anymore. I just want to make money off of it. I don't have to plan it out. I don't have to explain it. I just have to scare the living shit out of you, and that's how you'll stay glued to it. I focused too much on trying to make up some answers just to pretend I'm an authority. You're not looking for an authority. You're looking for someone to panic the shit out of you. That's why we've been losing audience to Russell Brand.
For the very first time, and this came to me completely unexpectedly.
Yeah, I know. Like bird shit.
And kind of freaked me out.
It was like an epiphany. It was like the Lord, but stupid.
I've been looking for 20 years. What is it going to look like when it comes?
And now I've just decided, I guess it looks like this.
I haven't had a second to think.
Yes, I know.
What does it look like after?
Yeah. I mean, how do you even... So how am I going to sell prepper shit? Motherfucker, if he's doing the same thing, what's it going to look like after? Jesus Christ. You mean after your ridiculous predictions don't come true?
And I've known, these things are going to be, part of it, but I haven't looked at like my life, your life.
Stu.
I can speak generally what it's going to look like,
but what I've come to realize is that whatever the future holds, the nightmare that is unfolding is that the future will have, and I'm sorry to say this, Stu, the future will have stairs, lots of stairs, fucking stairs everywhere. Elevators will not work. There's going to be stairs every goddamn where. It's going to be like that scene in Ghostbusters. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to, there's going to be stairs, Stu, and I have not done.
How does the individual handle this?
Oh my God. So I've started a special program. The Great Reset is not, so I've started the Great Reset adventure series.
What is their life going to be like?
Son of a bitch.
That's where I am now.
Yeah, I can tell. You look totally prepped out, bruh. You look ready for any emergency. Like if we had The Walking Dead tomorrow, you're the guy that everyone would follow. The guy going, I've been trying to put the pieces together. I don't even know what's... I'm winded. Does anybody have any pancake batter?
And that's a big deal.
What are we watching? What is this? What are you doing? Glenn, what are you doing?
Me, at least.
It's a huge deal for Stu.
That's a massive tripwire for me because...
Tripwire?
I don't know the timing.
What am I watching?
I don't know exactly what order it's going to happen.
I know that. I understand. You don't know shit.
But I know the players.
Oh, God
I know the
damn it.
device.
Yes, absolutely. I know whether it's the red wire or the blue wire.
And that's where
I know when the hard breaks are on the radio, so I can bullshit until 26 minutes past
like
the hour.
to see anybody who's willing to go there to start going there.
I'm going to go there. You want to go there? Huh? Let's go there. Where are we going? I don't know. When are we going? I have no idea. I just know who's going to be there when we get there. Are you sure? No, because we're not going.
Have to understand the Great Reset.
Just back to selling the book.
And again, tonight we'll go over the BLM
Oh, fuck you.
aspect. And
The BLM aspect. Yeah, nail that shit down.
you look at it and you understand the Great Reset, you're like, oh my gosh, how did we not? If we would have had the Great Reset as the decoder ring, we would have
Right.
seen so much.
Yeah. If I had that book, like, before it happened, I could have extrapolated things from it and projected it onto the current situation and pretended they were related somehow because, like, I would have already been told what shit means before I even saw it, and therefore I would, using, like, infantile pattern recognition, use my belabored assumptions and overlay them on anything I saw to create a paranoid fantasy.
Get the book, The Great
Get fucked.
Reset.
No.
It's available in stores.
Oh, you asshole. These are all just ads. These lazy, weak-kneed, paranoid bullshitters.
Now, once it's sold out,
Yeah, it's gone forever.
I don't think it'll ever go into print again. There's
That I believe. This is the only true thing he's ever said. Once they sell out of these books, nobody's making more of them. Well, you know, if you got a wobbly table, you know,
even a bigger paper shortage now.
that's why. It's not because nobody's buying it or there's no reason to do another printing. It's because of a paper shortage. We've run out of trees.
But get it while it's available in paper.
Yeah, don't get the digital version because solar panels will not save you. Book of Eli, Book of Eli. This is, he's reshooting. He and Ben Shapiro, using Ben Shapiro's weird far-right production company, are going to do a version of the Book of Eli with the Great Reset being the book instead of the Bible. The Great Reset.
Hardbound copy. You can get it wherever books are sold.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Get it now. And when you get there, and
By the way, don't get it now, but subscribe to my show right now. Yeah, subscribe. Click the like, give a thumbs up, support the show in any way you can. I actually have a Cash App. There you go. How about that, Glenn? Huh? You sell your stupid book? I can actually sell my shit over top of it. You like that? How you like that shit? Huh? You son of a dog doodle.
you understand, and you can at least, you don't have to believe that a new digital programmable currency coming, that's crazy.
Yeah, like this. Have you ever heard about this whole, like, Bitcoin or Doge or Ethereum or, like, there's a MAGA coin? Of course, that took a shit. Glenn's putting one out called Shitcoin.
When you can say to yourself, I cannot dismiss anything as crazy anymore.
Yes. When you can say that to yourself, you're fucking crazy.
Because everything I thought was crazy has already happened.
It's already there. It happened. Everything I thought was crazy. Am I taking crazy pills?
Do I need to remind you? The Pentagon verified alien spacecrafts.
Oh, motherfucker. Why are you sniffing? Get your face off the... What are you doing with the microphone? Quit it. Do I have to remind you? Do I have to remind you that the Pentagon already Verified. Jesus Christ.
Okay?
Okay. Go! The TOS violation.
Do I need to remind you of that? Probably, because most people are going, every time I say that to somebody, they're like, what?
Yeah, they didn't. The Pentagon didn't confirm alien spacecraft.
During COVID.
Yeah, they thought you'd be busy staying at home, doing nothing but watching television. You would have missed it because you were binge watching the first 48.
Nobody paid attention. It's like something that we thought, well, what would happen to religions if we found out that there was aliens? What would happen to the society? And would we all buy? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Nothing would happen. When we verify, nothing would happen.
Well, apparently there was no verification and no one knows. So you haven't seen the ongoing effect of whether it would affect society because everybody you've talked to goes, what? So it didn't permeate through. All right, never mind.
So don't tell me that something is too crazy to think about.
There's a lot of things that are too crazy to think about. Matt Gates's sexual proclivities. If those occur in your head, that's too crazy to think about. Seek help. Marjorie Taylor Greene's ideas, too crazy to think about. I'm not going, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I thought she was wrong, but it turns out, no.
It is only those who think out of the box entirely that will make it through and be.
Yes, except for those people who think they can fly and take off from the roof. If you think that far outside of the box, you're a strawberry milkshake.
Able to lead others.
What? Yes, follow me. I don't believe anything.
Do not put your faith in man. Do not put your faith in a party. Do not put your faith in me or whatever.
Yeah, no, First of all, I have faith in my fellow man in large part. I trust but verify on an individual basis, but as humans go, I like people, so I'm okay with that. A party, I'm cool with the direction of the Democrats right now. Not everybody's getting everything they want, but that's democracy for you. What are you going to do? And never an option. Was never an option. Anybody, that's a bit. Obviously, unlike you, I have family members that love me and trust me as well.
Everything could be gone tomorrow.
So buy my book so you have something to build a fire with.
Man will always disappoint you.
I'm talking to you, Stu.
Put all of your faith in God. Think out of the box.
The box that God put you in?
And we'll make it to the.
First of all, outside the box. Secondly, and we'll make it to the other side.
Out of the box. And we'll make it to the other side.
What the? Look at that. We'll make it to the other side. Whew, okay. Oh, thank God. Some perfectly timed gibberish. I was running out of bullshit. And I was like, God damn it, I've got another 45 seconds to yammer. Holy shit. Imagine that being that fucking diluted. Oh, God.